All right, I want to start off and give all honors and praises to YAHAWAH, BaHashem, YAHAWASHI, BaHashem, RAWCHAA, QADASH. I want to give another double honors to the apostles and elders in GreatMillstone who have taught me this truth and who rule well. Enough respect and salutations and blessings out there to you, sincere Akim, that's pushing his word in sincerity and truth. This is the brother Malachi. And I'm here with a short little lesson. Lord willing, I'm not gonna make it too long. But I want to get into, just the spirit, the vibration that's going on right now in Israel. Is the persecution is arising right now, and really I want to name this video in the matters of be not offended, because we're coming into some times that things you're gonna get offended if you're not rooted and grounded in these scriptures. You don't have the faith, you don't believe, you don't have the courage. You're going to see a lot of people that you think that are in this truth, you're going to see them fold. They're going to fold. Lord willing, I'm not one of those men, but I got the faith that I will not fold in that day. Okay? So I'm reading over the chapter of Matthew chapter 26, and something just dawned on me, and I put together a little short lesson. Hopefully I don't go too far off into it, but we're going to go into an account of what happened with Peter and how he denied YAHAWASHI 3 times. And we all know through the spirit that it was meant. This was for our learning, because it's letting you know that it's possible that it could be you. Speaking of myself first, it could be me as well. That's why you got to keep the faith. Ask for courage. Ask for courage. Because you don't want to be a coward out here in those days. It's going to be too late when everything starts to kick off. All right? So let's go ahead and jump into it. This is the book of Matthew chapter 26, and we're going to start at verse 31. And it reads, Then saith YAHAWASHI unto them, All ye shall be offended because of Salakia. All ye shall be offended because of me this night. For it is written, I will smite the shepherd, and the sheep of the flock shall be scattered abroad. Right. So in the time of getting ready, the time for YAHAWASHI and his persecution, he was out praying in Gethsemane. Couldn't think of the name right quick, but in Gethsemane, that this is when they came to come and get YAHAWASHI, and then this flock just scattered at that point. Okay? So this is the time that we're getting into. So this is verse 32 now. So right now, he's basically prophesying to them, telling them that they're going to be offended that night. Okay? This was the time of the Passover. Okay? And it says, But after I am risen again, I will go before you into Galilee. Peter answered and said unto him, Though all men shall be offended because of thee, yet will I never be offended. So now you got to look at this. YAHAWASHI, he already knew. He knew his intent. He knew his heart. He knew that eventually, he's going to deny him 3 times. And he's getting ready to go into that. So this is verse 34. YAHAWASHI said unto him, Verily I say unto thee, that this night before the cock crow, thou shalt deny me thrice. Peter said unto him, Though I should die with thee, yet will I not deny thee. Likewise also said all the disciples. So basically, if they really believe that in their heart, they're basically calling YAHAWASHI a liar, because, as he stated in verse 31, when he said, All you will be offended because of me this night. For it is written, I will smite the shepherd, and the sheep of the flock shall be scattered. So the shepherd will be caught. He will be caught. He will be smitten. And guess what? The flock will just be scattered abroad. Okay, it is written. It had to be the prophecy had to be fulfilled that they will be scattered. Okay, so through the Spirit we know that Peter, since he said that, we know for a fact through the scriptures, through prophecy, that he would deny YAHAWASHI in order for the scriptures to be fulfilled. Okay? So we still getting into the part where don't get offended. So we're going to get into it. This is Matthew chapter 26 verse. We're going to start at verse 69. It says, now Peter, well, okay, let's go back. Let's go back. This is the time when he was in, Salakia. Let's go to the part after he's in Gethsemane. Salakia, I don't want to make the lesson too long. I'm trying to find the right spot. Salakia. Let's start at verse 47. Yes, to give you some background. So this is verse 47. And while he yet spake, lo, Judas, one of the 12, came, and with him a great multitude with the swords and staves, the chief priests and elders of the people. So this is Judas Iscariot. He's coming with the elders and the chief priests of Israel at that time, and they're coming to take in YAHAWASHI. Okay? Verse 48. Now he that betrayed him gave them a sign, which was Judas, saying, whomsoever shall I kiss, that same is he. Hold him fast. And forthwith he came to YAHAWASHI and said, Hail, Master, and kissed him. And YAHAWASHI said unto him, Friend, wherefore art thou come? Then came they and laid hands on YAHAWASHI and took him. Okay? And behold, one of them which were with YAHAWASHI stretched out his hand, drew his sword, and struck a servant of the high priest, and smote off his ear. Then said YAHAWASHI unto him, Put up again thy sword into his place, for all they that take the sword shall perish with the sword. So that goes out there to a whole lot of you Israelites out there that want to proclaim to have guns. You bringing guns to camps and all that. So if you think you're going to use the gun, guess what? You're going to die by that gun. Okay? Verse 53. Thinkest thou that lets you know that lets you know that this whole thing that's going on in the media with this New Jersey shooting, man, that could not have been the men of the Lord. Man, that's a setup. So many holes in the story and everything. So we already know that it's bullshit. But guess what? The masses, they don't know. Okay? Let's go back to the story. Verse 53. Thinkest thou that I cannot pray to my Father, and he shall presently give me more than 12 legions of angels? We're going to get to it. But how then shall the scriptures be fulfilled, that thus it must be? So he's basically telling them, this has to go this way. Why are you trying to fight it? This is the prophecy. I told you this was going to happen. Okay? Verse 55. In that same hour said YAHAWASHI to the multitudes, Are ye come out as against a thief with swords and staves for to take me? I sat daily with you teaching in the temple, and ye laid no hold on me. But all this was done that the scriptures of the prophets might be fulfilled. Then all the disciples forsook him and fled. Prophecy. Prophecy had to happen. And it was so. Just in these latter days, it will happen again. Verse 57. And they that had laid hold on YAHAWASHI led him away to Caiaphas, the high priest, where the scribes and the elders were assembled. But Peter, Salakia, this is the point. But Peter, Salakia, but Peter followed him afar off unto the high priest's palace and went in and sat with the servants to see the end. Now the chief priests and elders and all the council sought false witness against Yahawashi to put him to death. The same thing that happened to Yahawashi is going to be the same thing that happened in these times. Okay? And this is where you're going to see many people are going to get offended. Okay? We're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. And it says, put him to death. Verse 60. But found none. Yea, though many false witnesses came, yet found they none. At the last came 2 false witnesses, and said, this fellow said, I am able to destroy the temple of the Most High, and to build it in 3 days. And the high priest arose and said unto him, answerest thou nothing? What is it which these witnesses against thee? But Yahawashi held his peace. He didn't say a word. Okay? And the high priest answered and said unto him, I adjure thee by the living power, that thou tell us whether thou be the Hamashiach, the Son of the Most High. Yahawashi saith unto him, thou hast said, nevertheless I say unto you, hereafter shall ye see the Son of Man sitting on the right hand of power and coming in the clouds of heaven. Then the high priest rent his clothes, saying, he hath spoken blasphemy. What further need have we of witnesses? Behold, now ye have heard his blasphemy. What think ye? They answered and said, he is guilty of death. Then did they spit in his face and buffeted him, and others smote him with the palms of their hands, saying, prophesy unto us, thou Hamashiach, who is he that smote thee? This is the people mocking Yahawashi. They spitting in his face. They punching him. They laying hands on him. Okay, verse 69. Now we're going to get into the point. Now Peter sat without in the palace, and a damsel came unto him, saying, thou also wast with Yahawashi of Galilee. But he denied before them all, saying, I know not what thou sayest. And when he was gone out into the porch, another maid saw him and said unto them that were there, this fellow was also with Yahawashi of Nazareth. And again he denied with an oath, I do not know the man. And after a while came unto him they that stood by and said to Peter, surely thou also art one of them, for thy speech bewrayeth thee. Then began he to curse and to swear, saying, I know not the man. And immediately the cock crew. The prophecy was fulfilled again. Okay? The cock crew. And Peter remembered the word of Yahawashi, which he said unto him, before the cock crow, thou shalt deny me thrice. And he went out and wept bitterly. So that was the basis, the foundation that I wanted to get this lesson in. Sorry I had to basically read almost a lot of the chapter. But what I'm saying is, while all these, you see a lot of these Israelite groups out here, a lot of these men that claim that they are the men of the Lord, the same thing may happen to them. The same thing probably will happen to them. When you see them on the street, they're preaching, they're doing the thing, but it's not of their own will. It's whatever. This is the Most High's movie. The Most High can really have them out there on the street preaching and everything, but then guess what? When this persecution comes, this will be fulfilled. You will see the same thing that happened back then, 2,000 years ago. The same thing that happened to Peter, you will see that's going to happen to them. Okay? Except you see Peter, he turned around and he came and he went hard. He went hard. He was the rock. He was the rock of the church. You understand? So, not saying that it's not going to happen to them out there, but you're going to see a lot of people that's not taking this serious. They in it for just the fame, the clothes, the galactories, everything, the clothes. Oh yeah, I'm Israel. They think it's cool to be Israel. But when everything happens, when persecution arises more and more, because you can see it day by day, it's escalating. It's escalating more and more. But you're going to see more false flags just keep coming. And guess what? Then everybody's going to blame the Israelites. It's not going to be fun in that day for you to be an Israelite. And this is when you're going to see many people deny the faith. Don't deny the faith. They're going to deny the faith. Okay? And this was just an example for our learning today, so we can see that even Peter denied Yahawashi. He was with this man, with him every day. That was his right-hand man, Peter. He even told the Lord that I will die with thee. But Yahawashi already knew it because the scriptures had to be fulfilled. He already knew it. Okay? So it's the same thing that's going to happen, what you're going to see with the people out here. I'm not going to say, you have the men of the Lord. The true men of the Lord, the elect, they're going to stand up. They're going to fight. They're going to die to the death with this word. But the rest of these false Israelite groups out here, man, they're going to fold. I already know it. Because if I would have stayed out there in those Israelite groups out there, if I would have kept being out there with them, I would be one to truly fold. But since I came into GreatMillstone, they're teaching me the understanding, and they're building me up, they're getting me grounded and rooted. In that day, I can surely, I mean, I don't want to be as how Peter did, but I'm going to die to the death for this. I have nothing else in this world. I have nothing here. Hey, if I'm going to die, let it be an honorable death. And so should you. Because Yahawashi has done a great work, man. This is the greatest work ever, man. Okay? So let's jump into the book of Matthew chapter 13, verse 21. Just a precept. And it says, Yet hath he not root in himself, but dureth for a while. For when tribulation or persecution ariseth because of the word, by and by he is offended. So when persecution comes, this is a parable. The parable of the sower is letting you know he wasn't well rooted. He wasn't well grounded. He just endured for a little while. Now when everything starts to come and kick on, the persecution gets hot, and the Most High turns up the heat on the really on the 2/3 to go ahead and to purge out the dross from off the elect. They're gonna make it through, but the rest of the other ones, the rest of the 2/3, man, they're gonna, oh man, I'm not an Israelite. Oh no, man, it's gonna be too much on them. Why? Because they had no root. They had no root. They only endured just for that short little while. They made a couple videos. They wore the fringes. They went on the street. They read a couple precepts, but they didn't take it serious. They didn't put out the old man. They thought it was a joke. Okay? Let's jump into the book of Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. Yes, verse 6. And it reads, And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. What's going on right now? We can see the wars is brewing right now. These different kings and princes all around the earth. These different countries rising up against each other. You can see it. The vibration is changing daily. You can see it with Russia, China, US, Iran. You can see it. You can see with China, their economy just went down. The people over there fighting, they shooting, running over people. Okay? It's going around all around the earth. It just didn't hit Babylon yet. Okay? So, reads, See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So therefore we see these things coming. The Most High is letting us know through the word that the end is not yet, but it's coming. It's coming very soon. Verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. So before the persecution and everything happens, we haven't seen any of this stuff yet. Why? Because we know that the end is not yet. We know the end is not yet. It's just the beginning of sorrows when we see more and more of this stuff start to come. Okay? Then it says, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. We're in that time right now. We are at the beginning of the sorrows right now. These things are kicking up. You can see it. Verse 10, and then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. This word is going to bring division. It's going to bring division. So we're going to see all those who's talking everything so good right now. Let's see if they keep their word. Let's see if they keep going. Let's see if they keep the courage. Okay? Because you're going to see people going to betray the people that you think that's not going to betray you. They're going to betray you. It's even written in the Psalms. I believe it was King David. One of his songs, I believe. I can't remember right now, but it was saying that how he was betrayed by, I believe it was a brother or a friend. I have to find that scripture and probably post it in the description box. But not to derive from the lesson, but it's letting you know that you're going to get betrayed by your brother, by a so-called friend, maybe a so-called friend in the world. Because a true friend, he's not going to give you up. He's going to take his life just so he can save you. Okay? Your family members, your children, etc. Your girlfriend, your wife, whatever you want to call her. We in Babylon. You're just going to say your girlfriend. We're just going to say your wife. Okay? She's basically your wife. All right? So you're going to get betrayed by all these people, man. Okay? And said, and shall hate one another. The heat's going to come down on them so hard just because you believe in his word, they're going to hate you. So we're going to see in that day who's going to stand bold. Remember, don't be offended. Don't be offended at the word. So verse 6, Matthew chapter 11, verse 6. And blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me. So Yahawashi is telling you, he said, blessed is that man. Blessed is that man. You are rich beyond measure if you're not offended in Yahawashi, especially in that day. You're gonna be beyond blessed. You're gonna be beyond blessed, beyond measure. Just don't be offended. So this is John chapter 16, verse 1. These things have I spoken unto you, that ye shall not be offended. They shall put you out of the synagogues. Yea, the time cometh, that whosoever killeth you think that he doeth the Most High service. They're going to think that, man, yeah, man, we're gonna put these Israelites down, man. This is what the Most High want, man. We don't know how the narrative is going to be. It's because they don't know the Most High. They don't know Yahawah B'Shem Yahawashi. They don't know. They don't know him. Okay? Verse 2. Verse 3. And these things will they do unto you, because they have not known the Father nor me. That's the Spirit. That is the Spirit. Verse 3 again. And these things will they do unto you, because they have not known the Father nor me. They don't know Yahawah Shem Yahawashi. They do not know. So therefore, when all these things happen, it's either you're going to choose the world and you're going to fold and you're going to die with the missiles in the world, or you're going to keep the faith, go through that fiery trial, and hopefully endure until the end. Keep your faith on Yahawah Shem Yahawashi so you can endure until the end. Okay? Verse 4. Salakia. But these things have I told you, that when the time shall come, ye may remember that I told you of them. And these things I said unto you at the beginning, because I was with you. But now I go my way to him that sent me, and none of you asketh me, whither goest thou? But because I have said these things unto you, sorrow hath filled your heart. Nevertheless, I tell you the truth. It is expedient for you that I go away. For if I go not away, the Comforter will not come unto you. But if I depart, I will send him unto you. So, I'm going to go off the lesson a little bit, but the Comforter had to be sent to us in these days. The Holy Spirit had to be sent to us so that therefore we can understand the times that we are in. And we're going to get into an account of that. This is the book of Revelation chapter 5, verse 4. It reads, And I wept much, because no man was found worthy to open and to read the book, neither to look thereon. So now this is John the Revelator. He's looking at he's looking at a book. I'm just gonna not just go for verbatim. He's seeing a book, and no one's able to open this book. All the things that are in this book, which represents this word, the truth. Okay? Verse 5. This new song that you see the Israelites, the elect men, the ones that they're singing to the ends of the earth. This is that book. Okay? And of the elders said unto me, Weep not, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the Root of David, hath prevailed to open the book and to loose the 7 seals thereof. So now the 7 seals, they're open. It's in completion. It's open. The whole book is able to be read. Okay? And I beheld, and lo, in the midst of the throne and of the 4 beasts, and in the midst of the elders, stood a lamb, as it had been slain. Who is that? Yahawashi. Okay? Having 7 horns and 7 eyes, which are the 7 spirits of the Most High, sent forth into all the earth. And he came and took the book out of the right hand of him that sat upon the throne. And when he had taken the book, the 4 beasts and the 4 and 20 elders fell down before the Lamb, having every one of them harps and golden vials full of odors, which are the prayers of saints. And they sung a new song, saying, Thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof, for thou wast slain, and hast redeemed us to the Most High by thy blood out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation, which is the Israelites, and where they were scattered into the different lands and the different speech, the different tongues, and the different nations that they are in. Okay? Verse 10. And has made us unto our power kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth. So I read this because this goes back into prophecy again. This account had to be taken for the books to be opened in order for John chapter 16 and verse 7 to be fulfilled. Nevertheless, I tell you the truth. It is expedient for you that I go away. He went away what? He had to go to the heavens. He had to go sit on the right hand of the Most High. Why? to loose the seals of the book. He's able to have all dominion. Let's go back to it. Verse, I didn't even get to it. I skipped it. This is verse 12. Sorry, Salakia. Saying with a loud voice, this is Revelation chapter 5, verse 12. Salakia. Saying with a loud voice, worthy is the Lamb that was slain. Salakia. Did it come off? Salakia. Verse 12 again. Saying with a loud voice, worthy is the Lamb that was slain to receive power and receive power and riches and wisdom and strength and honor and glory and blessings. All right? Salakia. So all this, the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding, it's all Yahawashi has it. And he's supping through his men that's preaching it through the four corners of the earth. This is how the gospel's being spread throughout the whole earth. Remember, Yahawashi is just, let's get that. Revelations 10. No, Salakia. Revelations 19. I think it's 19 and 10. And I was right. This is Revelation 19, verse 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahawashi. Worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahawashi is the spirit of prophecy. So it's letting you know, all this is prophecy. This is the testimony of Yahawashi. Where you read in the book, I believe it's Psalm 47. I come in a volume of the book. Okay? So, this whole storyline is of Yahawashi. Goes back into all these different accounts. It's all Yahawashi, the parables, everything, the wisdom. He's able to open the seals of this book and to give the men of the Lord, the elect men, the understanding to preach it into the ends of the earth. This is how truth is going to be declared. This is how truth is going to be into the ends of the earth. All right? This is why Esau is coming down hard on the Israelites, the men of the Lord. He knows that this is the truth. Even though everybody else can't see it, man, we're not worrying about them if they can't see it. It's not for them. But the men of the Lord, they see this. They see through what? Through the prophecy. The prophecies show you everything. The prophecy is going to show you everything. This is Yahawashi really speaking through me to you guys to let you know, don't be offended in that day. Don't be offended. He left certain accounts for us to know that the scriptures had to be fulfilled at that point to prove the prophecy. All right? To show the prophecy. Okay? So this whole volume, this whole thing is of Yahawashi, Salakia. He comes in a volume of the book. Okay? So, with this being said, don't be offended in that day. You've seen the account with Peter, how I denied Yahawashi 3 times. That could be you. But it could be more than 3 times. It could be forever. You can just deny him until you get burned up. That's the coward move. That's the coward move. So, in your prayers, ask for courage. Ask the Most High to give you more faith. Ask for it, and you shall receive it. Keep pushing. Keep doing the work, because everything that I said on here is the truth. This is the truth, that we will be, as the scripture says, it was John 5 and Salakia. Or was it Matthew 11 and 6? This is Revelations 5 and 10. And has made us unto our power kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth. So, through that persecution, and you endure until the end, as the scripture said in Matthew chapter 24, those who endure until the end shall be saved. Now you jump down further on, go through the persecution, you get Jacob's trouble, everything. You make it all the way down, you make it to the chariots. Babylon gets destroyed. You come in and try to take the earth. Now, the prophecy again, Revelations 5 and 10, and has made us unto our power kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth. We're going to reign on the earth with YAHAWASHI. All the scriptures going to be fulfilled. The scriptures going to be fulfilled. All right? So, remember, I don't want to derive from the lesson again, but remember, do not be offended. Don't be like the rest of these other Israelite groups out here that's not taking this serious. Don't get caught up in the madness what Esau's going to put on the TV, or what the people, your co-workers, what they're going to say about you. Remember, be harmless as doves, but be wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Especially discerning the times that we are in. This ain't a time to be playing around. This is serious. Your life depends on it. Okay? So hopefully everyone was edified. I don't want to make the lesson too long. So hopefully everyone was edified. All right? And I have nothing else to say, but don't be offended. Don't be offended. Pray for more faith. Pray for courage in order for you to endure into the end, because the times that we're coming into are going to be hard. Very hard. It's not a game. It's not a joke. This is the brother Malachi. Shalom.